Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really sorry that this video has been taking so long to get up. So let me just explain really quick. And if you hear the TV, it's because Theo was sitting right in front of it, watching it, being really good. And then as soon as I pulled the camera up, he did that. So I'm gonna give him a snack and hopefully he'll not bother me during the video. But so I filmed that video of how we told our friends and family, and I filmed the entire thing, okay? I just can't find that half of the footage, and it was on my phone, and I did, like, I have it on my phone, like that part of the video, but it's just such like an awkward cutoff that I can't figure out like how to like bring it all together. So I'm just gonna film the second part all over again. And I was gonna try and wait until he went down for another nap, but he literally just woke up, and it's like kind of cloudy out today, and it's supposed to like snow and rain, so I know it's gonna get darker fast. And so I just want to get this up there. So I'm really sorry that it took me this long to get this video up. He also got really sick, so he's still a little sick. That's why he has, like, you might see his nose running, and he kind of sounds like really congested, and he has a little cough. He got some boogies, but he won't let me touch his nose. So here, have this one because I don't want you to eat that. So yeah, so he got really sick. He had a double ear infection, a double eye infection, and then he had a really bad cough, and it's been a week since he's been on antibiotics, so it's kind of like nipping it in the butt, but he's still a little bit sick. So anyway, let's get right into the juicy story of how we told Teddy's parents and how we told my parents, how I told my brother, and yeah, so how we told Teddy's parents. So that night, after we got home from the beach and we like took a nap and everything, got ready for dinner, we went out to dinner, and then when we got home, we asked his parents if we could talk to them, and we just were like, let's go down in the living room and talk. So we were sitting down talking, and Teddy just kind of came out and said like, Brady's pregnant, and they reacted so much better than what I had thought they would. I really thought that they were gonna react like disappointed and upset, but their main concern was me finishing school, which that's pretty much everyone's concern, like, if you guys can see that, because like I was already in school for two years at the time, going into my third year. Like, I was so far in and I really wanted to get my degree, so it's like I understand why everyone was so worried about that. His mom was like, I don't think she believed us at first because I kind of just hid behind Teddy, and I had my hoodie like over my mouth. Like, I kind of hide my face when I'm really anxious, and I was like shaking. Like, I kind of like blacked out at this point. Like, I don't even remember what was said, other than I know for a fact that Teddy's dad was like, it's gonna be a boy. Like, he just kept saying like, I know it's gonna be a boy, or I think he said, I hope it's a boy. I'm not really sure. But if you guys didn't know, that Teddy, all his parents' grandkids are all girls. So all of Teddy's nieces are all girls. So Theo is the first boy on that side of grandkids for his parents. So he's their first grandson. So that's why he might have said, I hope it's a boy, but I'm pretty sure he said it's gonna be a boy. Like, I think he just had that feeling, or he just knew it was gonna be a boy. So they reacted really well. More of like the concern was about me finishing school. So that went a lot better than I expected. They were really excited and happy. So then that was like a Sunday or a Saturday night, and I don't remember. It was one night, and then the next day we went to the beach and everything, and then we drove home back to Philadelphia, and that day we were telling my parents. So on my way home, I called my older sister and told her that I was pregnant. She was super excited. I think I called my niece. She was super excited. Then I texted my brother, and he was home from Boston. He was still going to Harvard at the time, so I texted him and I was like, are you still home? What time are you leaving? What day are you leaving? Or what, something like that. And I was like, can we go out to lunch when I get home? Or I think I might have even been home, and I was texting him like, let's go to Chick-fil-A, let's go. Like, I need to go. Yay! We need to talk about something really important, and I need to talk to you right now, so let's go to Chick-fil-A. So I kept saying that, and we finally went to Chick-fil-A, and we were, yeah, delight. We were talking about it, and I was like, so I have to tell you something. And I think he was like, you're pregnant, or like he like knew, and I was, obviously he knew, because I'm never like, hey Anthony, let's go to lunch right now, like let's go, like get ready, we have to leave. So he knew something was up, and told him I was pregnant. He was excited for me and happy, and honestly I needed to tell him because I needed him to be there with me when I told my parents, my dad specifically. And I was just like, I don't know how to tell them, and he kind of brought me back to life and was just like, you know what, stop worrying, like this is how it is, this is what's gonna happen. If you want to talk to dad, you need to like talk about it, like have set plans pretty much, like make sure you know everything, what you can do at school, like how long you can take off without losing your scholarship, how long does like maternity leave last there, and like he just basically like told me to gather all the information before going to my dad and telling him. So that's what I did, and then when we got home I had to hurry up and tell my mom because she had to leave for work, and there was no way in hell that I could wait another day to tell her because she would work overnight and I didn't want to tell her in the morning. Like I just couldn't wait another day. So I was like, Mom, I have to tell you something, and she had to have known. She didn't say like, oh, what are you, pregnant? She was just kind of like, oh, you want to get down? No? Okay. She was like, I kept laying down and snuggling, then I'd sit back up and then I'd be like, Mom, I have to tell you something, and then I'd lay down next to her and snuggle her again. What? What? Here, you want some of this? You kind of hungry? So I like always snuggle with my mom, so like that's not the weird part, but the fact that I was just so like antsy, like I was like laying down, sitting up, laying down, sitting up. So then finally she was like, what is your problem? Like, what do you want? And I was like, I have to tell you something. And I started crying because it was like, I was scared, but like, I don't know, I can't even tell you how I was feeling because it was just so many different like emotions and like feelings that were going through me and thoughts and everything. So I was just like teary-eyed, and then like tears were coming down, and she just hugged me and was like, what's the matter? So I told her, I was like, I literally was just like, I'm pregnant. She was, my mom, she reacted the way I really expected her to. She was just like, okay, well, you're pregnant, we're gonna deal with it, like you're having a baby. So then after we talked a little bit about it, she was like, did you tell your dad? And I was like, no, and I need you to be there with me. I needed my brother there, I needed my mom there. So I called Teddy and I was like, I told my mom. That's another thing, Teddy really wanted to be there, but he had to go to work this day, and he really wanted to tell my parents, like he wanted to be there with me when I told my parents, but I was like, I can't, like my mom has to go to work now, I need to tell her right now. Like, so he wasn't there when I told my mom, which is okay because I would have rather tell her myself. But he came home, I think he left work early, like a little bit early, to come home to be able to like talk to my dad, because he wanted to like, you know, talk to him man to man and everything. So he came home, my mom was ready to go to work, my brother came downstairs. So my dad came into the room when Teddy finally got home, and he came in, gave him a hug, said happy birthday, because the day before was Teddy's birthday, and he was like, just kind of making small talk. And my dad was like, all right, Aunt, you ready to go? Because they were going to like get shoes or something. And I was like, wait, Dad, we have to tell you something. And he was over by the sink in our kitchen, and he was like, okay, like just waiting for us to tell. So I told him, I was like, we're pregnant, and he literally looked like he saw a ghost. He was like, you're joking, right? And we were like, oh, sorry, okay? So my camera died because that's just my luck. I just changed the battery, so hopefully this one will last a little bit longer. Where I left off was that my dad looked like he saw a ghost, and he was pretty much just like, are you joking? And we were like, nope, we're not joking, we are very serious. And he was like, let's go, to my brother. So he left, which is a really good thing because my dad is really good at like leaving a situation before he says something that he doesn't mean, or like he really needs to think about stuff before he says things, like, which everyone should do. And so out of the respect of both of us, he didn't want to yell at us, he didn't want to like say the wrong thing, so he left and went and thought about the situation and just, you know, gathered his thoughts, thought of some questions that he wanted to ask us and everything. And a couple hours later he had texted me to come back home because I went to Teddy's house, and just basically asked like, what am I gonna do at school? What are we gonna do like living wise? What are we gonna do insurance wise? Like if the baby was gonna go under Teddy's insurance and all of that. He reacted exactly how I thought he would. That's why I was so afraid to tell my dad, because I knew he was gonna have more of a reaction than anybody else. I am his youngest daughter and I am his little baby, and you know, like, he just wants the best for all of us. And at the time, you know, we weren't that wasn't our picture, that wasn't what we were picturing was gonna happen for us, but it did. Our life happened, so you know, like, so my parents reacted good. My dad, you know, could have reacted worse. I thought maybe he would sit there and yell at us and say that we're ruining our lives and all that stuff, but he doesn't look at it that way. He didn't look at it as if we were ruining our lives. He was like, you know, this is happening, you guys have to be adults about this, like, this isn't fun, like, this isn't a game, this isn't a thing that you can do and then give back, like, this is real life, this is, you're really taking care of another human. And he just like brought the reality of it all together and basically just told us how it was gonna be. And you know, he was right. That's how our lives are now, and he absolutely loves Theo. Like, my dad and Theo are like this. My dad comes over every day. If not every day, he probably comes 6 days out of the 7 days a week. Every morning to come see him. He FaceTimes me more than once a day to see the baby. He just loves him so much, and Theo loves him that much back. So yeah, that's how we told our parents. I really hope that you guys are not too mad at me for taking 2 weeks to put the second half up, because I really planned on doing it that following Monday, but it just didn't work out in my favor. Everything that could have happened, and yeah, so I think my next video is going to be like a story time about like what went on during my pregnancy, because a lot happened during my pregnancy. A lot of things happened, like health-wise, like moving in together wise, like everything that happened during my pregnancy, I kind of just want to put in one big video and talk about it, just so it can lead up to my labor and delivery story, because everybody's asking for that. Everyone asked for this video and everyone asked for that video, so I feel like I can't tell that story without telling you what happened on the in-between. So yeah, that video is coming soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys.